Good day, everyone. I am Sir Arcy from Addition Hills Integrated School. I will be your teacher for Business Mathematics. Bago tayo magsimula, siguraduhin mayroon na kayong module, ballpen, at papel. At huwag rin kakalimutan maghugas ng kamay at maglinis ng inyong learning area. Are you ready? If you are, then let's begin.
Expressing fraction to decimal, percent forms, and vice versa. To change a fraction to a decimal, you can use the long method of division. Let's have this example. 4 over 5. And also can be written as 4 divided by 5. And now, using the long method of division, ganito ang magiging itsura niya. 4, which is the dividend, is placed inside, and 5, which is the divisor, is placed outside. And since we cannot divide 4 directly by 5, we will place a decimal point together with 0 to the dividend. And since naglagay tayo sa dividend, maglalagay din tayo sa quotient part. We can now divide 40 by 5. So that is 8. And following the rules of division, multiply 8 to the divisor, which is 5, will give us 40. And subtracting 40 by 40 will give us 0. And we'll stop there, giving us the final answer, which is 0.8. Let's have example number 2. 13 over 50. And also can be written as 13 divided by 50. And gamit ang long method of division, this will look like this. The dividend will be placed inside, which is 13, and the divisor is placed outside, which is 50. And again, we cannot divide 13 directly by 50, so maglalagay ulit tayo ng decimal point at 0 sa dividend. And also, sa quotient part. We can now divide 130 by 50, giving us the answer, which is 2. 2 multiplied by 50 is 100. Subtracting 100 from 130 will give us 30. We cannot divide 30 by 50. We will add 0 again. Then bring down 0. We have now 300 divided by 50, that is 6. 6 multiplied by 50, that is 300, giving us the answer 0, and we'll stop there. So the final answer now is 0.26. Let's try another example. 8 over 100 can be written also as 8 divided by 100. And using the same procedure in the long method of division, 8, the dividend, ay nasa loob, and 100, the divisor, ay nasa labas. We cannot divide directly 8 by 100, so maglalagay ulit tayo ng decimal point at 0 sa dividend. And also, to the quotient part. And still, we cannot divide directly 80 by 100, so we will add 0 again to the dividend and also to the quotient. So now, we have 800 divided by 100, that is 8. And 8 multiplied by 100 will give us 800, and subtracting 800 to 800 will give us 0. and we'll stop there, giving us the final answer, which is 0.08. To change a decimal to percent, there are two methods. The first one is multiply the given decimal by 100, or the second method is just move the decimal point 2 places to the right and write the percent sign. Let's have this example. Express 0.125 into percent form. Using the first method, simply multiply 0.125 by 100 and will give us the answer, which is 12.5%. Huwag kakalimutan ilagay ang percent sign. Using method number 2, we simply move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So moving the decimal point, we have 1, 2, we'll have 12.5%. Pwede po natin gamitin kahit anong method sa dalawa. Let's have another example. Express 2.25 to percent form. Using method 1. 2.25 times 100 equals 225. Add percent sign, so the final answer now is 225%. Or method 2, simply move the decimal places to the right. 1, 2, will have 225%. To change a decimal to a fraction, we will be following these 3 steps. Let's have this example. Express 0.12 into fraction. Step 1. Write down the decimal divided by 1. So, the decimal 0.12 will become now 0.12 over 1. Step number 2. Multiply both numerator and denominator by 10 for every number after decimal point. It goes this way. Kapag ang number after decimal point ay isa lang, so multiply the numerator and denominator by 10. If dalawa ang number after decimal point, multiply by 10 times 10, that is 100. If tatlo naman ang number after decimal point, then 10 times 10 times 10, that is 1,000. Sa example natin, dalawa ang number after decimal point. Therefore, we will multiply both numerator and denominator by 100. So we have multiply by 100 over 100. Step 3, simplify. So we have 0.12 times 100, we'll have 12. And 1 times 100 will have 100, giving us 12 over 100. And we can still simplify 12 over 100 by getting its lowest term. So, anong largest number ang pwedeng i-divide sa 12 na pwede ring i-divide sa 100? Or simply, divide the numerator and denominator by their GCF, or the greatest common factor. So the GCF here is 4. Dividing 12 by 4 is 3. And dividing 100 by 4 is 25. Giving us the final answer, which is 3 over 25. Example number 2. Express 0.023 to fraction. So step 1, divide the decimal by 1. So magiging 0.023 over 1. Step 2, multiply both numerator and denominator by 10 for every number after decimal point. Since may tatlong number after decimal point, that is 10 times 10 times 10, so we will multiply both numerator and denominator by 1,000 over 1,000. So, 0.023 times 1,000 is 23, and 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. And since 23 is a prime number and no factor except for 1 times itself, we will consider 23 over 1,000 in its simplified form and also our final answer. To change a fraction to a percent, we will follow two steps. So express first the fraction to decimal and then convert the decimal to percent. Using our previous example, which is 4 over 5, we already express it to decimal, which is 0.8. And converting 0.8 into percent, we can use any of the two methods. So we can multiply it by 100. So 0.8 times 100 will give us 80%. Or the second method, which is move two decimal places to the right. So we'll have 1, 2, add 0. So the answer here is 80%. Using again the same example from the previous, which is 13 over 50, and its decimal form is already given, which is 0.26. So converting 0.26 into percent, we'll have 0.26 times 100 will give us 26%. Or moving the decimal point 2 places to the right, we'll have 1 and 2 will give us 26%. Again, huwag pong kakalimutan ang percent sign. To change a percent to fraction, we will be following these three steps. So let's have express 85% into a fraction. Step 1, write down percent divide by 100. So magiging ganito na itsura niya. 85 over 100. Step 2, if the percent is not a whole number, multiply both numerator and denominator by 10 for every number after decimal point. Since 85 is a whole number, we will proceed to the next step. Step 3, simplify. 85 over 100 is not yet in its lowest term. So we simply divide the numerator and denominator by their GCF, greatest common factor, and that is 5. So we'll have now 85 divided by 5, that is 17, and 100 divided by 5, that is 20, giving us the final answer, which is 17 over 20. Let's try another example. Express 62.5% to fraction. Step 1, write down percent divided by 100. So we'll have 62.5 over 100. Step 2, if the percent is not a whole number, multiply both numerator and denominator by 10 for every number after decimal point. And 62.5 is not a whole number. There is a one number after decimal point, therefore, we will multiply 62.5 over 100 by 10 over 10. If there are two numbers after decimal point, multiplied by 100. If there are three numbers after decimal points, multiplied by 1,000, and so on and so forth. And step 3, simplify. So we have now 62.5 times 10, that is 625. And 100 multiplied by 10 is 1,000. So we need to find again their GCF. The GCF of 625 and 1,000 is 125. So dividing 625 by 125 will give us 5, and 1,000 divided by 125 will give us 8, giving us the final answer, which is 5/8. To change a percent to decimal, we can use any of these two methods. The first one is divide the percent by 100, or the second one is move two decimal places to the left and remove the percent sign. So let's have this example. Express 34.7% to decimal. So we have now 34.7, remove the percent sign, divide by 100 is equal to 0.347. Or another method, we have 34.7, move the decimal places to the left, 1, 2, so we'll have now 0.347. Another one, express 2.45% to decimal. So that is 2.45, removing the percent sign, divide by 100 is equal to 0.0245. Or the second method, move the decimal places to the left, 1, 2, we have now 0.0245 as the final answer. Let's have this problem. 30 out of 40 students passed the final test in business mathematics. Give the fraction, decimal, and percent form of those who passed. So I have now 30 out of 40 students could be written as 30/40. And finding the lowest term, or the simplified form of 30/40, we can find out that the GCF of 30 and 40 is 10. So we'll have now 30 divided by 10, that is 3, and 40 divided by 10, that is 4, giving us the fraction form, which is 3/4. And now, looking for the decimal form, using the long method of division, we'll have 3 as the dividend inside and 4 as the divisor outside. We cannot divide 3 directly by 4, so we'll add 0 and also to the quotient part. So we'll have now 30 divided by 4, that is 7. 7 multiplied by 4, that is 28. Okay, subtracting 28 to 30, we'll have 2. So we need to add 0 again. So bring down. So we have now 20 divided by 4, that is 5. 5 times 4, that is 20, and we'll stop there, giving us the decimal form, which is 0.75. And looking for the percent form, we have 0.75 times 100 will give us 75%.
That's it for today. If you have any questions, huwag mahihiyang magtanong. See you again sa next episode ng Business Mathematics. Muli, ako si Sir Arcy. Bye!